Yo, welcome back to episode number 8 of Life According to Him. So, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into this situation with Miss Netta being schooled, and then I'm gonna actually play the actual live for you guys. So, if you haven't seen it, of course, Netta is in some mess per usual. This time, she is being schooled by social media influencer Darius Cooks. And I think the conversation is really important, an important one that Netta needs to have had with her because it's something that I've been noticing. Now, I don't know if y'all have been noticing or not. Let me know down in the comments. But the whole presentation of Miss Netta has absolutely changed. Usually we laughing at Josh, your lunch is ready. We laughing at those types of things, right? That's what we know Netta for. Well, most of us for the most part. Um, a good laugh, right? But things have changed to more so of a negative type of spectrum where Netta's always defensive, always jumping on the internet, trying to defend something, arguing with somebody, going back and forth on live, so on and so forth. Even the way that she presents herself after the weight loss, etc. You guys are running around calling yourselves icons and stuff, and it's just like, hold on just a second. We just met you hoes. Y'all ain't been around that long to be icons. Y'all need to go get you a good old dictionary and flip a couple of pages and get the definition of what the icon is, because I don't know if you qualify for that level of clout. Uh, but I think what Darius touches on with Miss Netta is something that Miss Netta needs to receive from somebody who she can digest that information from, because it seems like this Darius Cook is just another social media influencer, that's jumping on the Miss Netta train because it's a good trend or whatever. But the reality is that everything that we are seeing with Miss Netta visually now is coming at her own expense, meaning there ain't a lot of value in the content and the trends that are going around about Miss Netta at this point, because everything has flipped to the negative. She has completely and totally fed into all of the negative talk going around the internet, is being consumed by the pressures and the reality of actually being a social media influencer that is well known. Now, I don't think that it's impossible to have a successful career based off of being negative. Let's look at motherfuckers like Wendy Williams. What is she besides negative? And she has a fan base that enjoys laughter and entertainment at somebody else's expense, right? 50 Cent is the same way. He probably one of the most negative motherfuckers, most petty motherfuckers that you will ever know. But the reality is that these people have been consistently negative from the beginning. I don't think that it's possible to start out as doing stuff that is considered to be innocent, fun going, a good laugh, and then turn around and be this brash person who fuck these people and I don't care about this and I don't want to hear about what nobody got to say and so on and so forth. And every time you turn around, your black ass is on the internet arguing with somebody. It just doesn't fare well. The last part that I'm gonna fill in on this is also the situation where Netta has recently been alienating her own fan base. Netta, obviously, whatever Netta wants to consider herself, Netta says, I'm not, trans, I'm not a woman, so on and so forth. I don't mind if you call me Joe. I don't mind if you call me Netta. The reality is that you're a man, right? And you are messing with another man, which would, at the base of things, make your ass gay. The base of your fan base is going to be women. There was a recent situation where Netta got on the internet and talked all this shit about how she don't like black women, and if she was gonna choose, she wouldn't be a black woman. She don't want to be a black woman. She would be a white woman because white women know how to mind their business. Alienating your fan base can never be a positive for you, right? So It's a lot of stuff that Netta and Charles absolutely need to learn because they are not well equipped when it comes to handling this fame. They obviously don't have much emotional intelligence. And then also, we live in an environment that is increasingly politically correct, right? You can't say shit without somebody's feelings being hurt or without somebody being ready to cancel you. So I do think that this conversation that this Darius Cook had with Miss Netta is important. I just don't think that he's the person to deliver that information because he doesn't have enough value in their life. You know what I'm saying? In situations where there's certain people who can't say certain shit to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip, but I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section. Do y'all think that what Darius said to Miss Netta is real and it's a situation that Miss Netta needs to address if she plans to move forward and not continue on this dark, long path towards being canceled? Because it really does feel like the star for Netta and Charles is starting to dim, and really what they are transforming into being known for is drama and negativity versus laughs. Of course, as always, if you want to keep up with what I do next, please make sure you support the channel by both liking and subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss anything. As always, this is him, and I'll holler at you guys again soon. Peace.
Let me just be clear about this. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. When you were doing those videos in that clothing store, before you had your surgery, because I'm going back some years, when you did the video in the clothing store, when you did the video in Walmart. Oh, you didn't do the video in the clothing store?
You said what?
The video in the clothing store and the video at Walmart.
The clothing store.
Yes, you walked into a clothing store, you said, oh, you trying to take my man, and I don't play this about you trying to take my man.
Okay, but just the old videos. What about
exactly?
Okay,
so
you
used to watch me.
Okay,
that's
great.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So I used to watch the old videos. You then lost weight, you blew up. Netta, you have changed since you blown up. I'm okay with it because guess what? When I became a millionaire, I changed too. So I get
What did
that.
I change from? What did I change from? If you would have knew me back in the days, I did the same thing I'm doing today. I fucked with people online. I did all of it. I did.
As somebody who used to watch your video, now you asked me a question. Allow me to answer you.
I'm listening to you.
As your presentation has changed greatly from who you were to who you are now. And hold on before you respond. I have, and I'm not backpedaling and pussy popping. The other day I had an hour-long conversation about you. And the reason I had a conversation about you is because I actually felt sorry for the way you were treated by Tia. I actually told my audience, you know what? I don't think this is right. This is not a fight that I believe Netta could stand in against Tia, and I think that the whole situation was wrong. I told my entire audience this the other day.
They don't show the good stuff.
Of course they don't.
So,
it's social
that's
media.
what it is. So they're not going to show me what you say good.
Let me finish. Allow me to finish, please. Okay. And I want to get to your answer. Your presentation has changed. You were never this confrontational. You were never this up in terms of always having to defend yourself. I understand
what
social media can
do.
You
wasn't watching me.
Baby, I used to. You were never like this.
I always had to defend myself from ever since day one, since Netta, 2020.
If I had heard as a follower the way this display is when I was watching those videos before, I would have never continued to watch.
Everybody keeps
this
talking
level.
About a plate. I didn't start off cooking plates.
I know you did. No, I recognize that. I know you didn't. But this level of always having to be combative with people, this level of that is what's turning a lot of people off. So when you ask me how you've changed, Netta, your display with this being combative was never like this before.
Right. Because when you guess what? Maybe Netta got tired.
I understand that you may have gotten tired. But I also feel like, as a previous follower, that you cannot ostracize the same community that you want to support you. These are the same people that you're posting videos saying, watch my videos, consume my content, but it's also the same audience you're ostracizing. And as somebody who makes his living from social media, I recognize the danger in that. And as somebody who has built a successful brand like you have built, like you're trying to do or you are doing, I recognize the danger in that. So I just wanted to tell you that's how much I've noticed the change from who you were before to who you are now. And it's turned a lot of people off. Initially,
it really doesn't matter.
Okay, then if that, then
it doesn't matter. My thing about them, have you seen my numbers?
But do you know why you have those numbers?
Huh?
Because what I want you to do, show me those numbers in cash.
Oh, you want me to show them in cash? Oh, I don't have cash.
I know, baby. Show me those same. These numbers don't mean nothing.
Yes. Yes, it does, because these numbers is what get me paid. If you can't put these
comments into cash, if you're not running a successful business, if you can't go to the bank on this shit, what's the use in being on social media? What's the use?
I go to the bank.
Right now, Netta, from me to you, everybody is laughing at you.
It doesn't.
Everybody.
It don't. No, everybody's not laughing at me.
Okay.
Everybody not. Only those ones that got the problem is doing a lot of laughing at me, because Miss Netta have a lot of support.
Where's the problem coming from? Who has the problem?
The problem is coming from I never got on here with no problem with no one. Everybody had the problem with me, whether I was quiet or if I talked to them or fucked with them, they had a problem. If I
But you realize this is what social media is. It's social.
And that's why I do it for them now, because this is what they want. So this is what I'm gonna give. Everybody go and they make a bag.
But what about you? What about you? What about what's inside of your heart?
My heart
that says
is good.
So you're totally fine with this abrasive display, this always fighting. Every video that we see that comes across our screen is you agitated and on 15. You're okay with this?
I'm okay.
Then I have enough.
I'm okay with it. I don't.
Then I'm good.
That's the biggest thing about it. Keep talking how my skin is and built and all that other stuff. I don't care. But this is what people say about me, about my skin and stuff. It has been talked about and discussed for years. So that's not nothing they can do to break me down. I don't go in my room at nighttime and go and cry. I don't go and try to feel like I'm going to kill myself or commit suicide, because I'm a strong person and I know what type of person I am. I would never take my life or never let nobody make me feel like a certain way like that. So my thing about it is, if this is what you want, then I'm going to give it to you. And if you don't want to watch me.
What about what you want?
This is what I want.
So you want to be this, you want to come across this abrasive and this rude, and this is the display that you want.
If that's what they want to give me,
no, baby. It's not about them.
How can I sit here and justify other people or what somebody else want, how I want a person to feel about me? Because clearly you see, it's nothing I can do or say to make people like me or hate me. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna have their own opinion, however they is anyway. So so if they don't like me, it is what it is.
All right, y'all heard it.
When I go in my bedroom at night, I go to bed and I go to sleep and I get a good night's sleep. I don't go thinking about what a person think about me, because if I did, I've been dead a long time ago.
That's it. If you feel like being on the social media, if you feel like being out here and you being abrasive, you coming across harsh, the sound bites don't sound good. If you feel like that's okay for you, then that's absolutely fine. I don't have nothing to say. You are an adult. I'm 42. You're probably older than me. I have no idea how old you are. I bow out gracefully. Nothing for me to say. You will continue to be talked about, just like I'm being talked about. It will continue to happen because you're on social media. This is what people do. The one thing that has helped me is developing thick skin and making sure I hone in with my community. My community keeps me grounded, and my community keeps me paid at the end of the day. And so I wish the same for you. Clearly, you got your own idea of how you want to do things. I bow out gracefully. We will still continue to talk about you. We'll still continue to talk
about you either. You know, just like I said, I didn't come on this social media site to try to bash nobody and try to make nobody look bad. That's not my thing. I came on here to do something that I wanted people to see. I wanted people to see creativity. I wanted them to see skits. I want them to see this. I want them to see that.
Did you expect to get all of this negative feedback when you started to blow up? I'm just curious on what you expected.
Yeah.
so you
This
knew.
has been going on. If you've been watching me for years, this has been going on for years.
Not to this level though, and you know
Oh
that
no,
because you're
not to this level.
not to this
No, because
level
I was
because
never
even
this
your
big and this
language,
famous, but I have been viral a long
even your
time.
language has changed from once it was
No,
before. Your language has changed.
no.
You weren't using the we're icons before. You weren't
Oh
using
no,
that
I was not. No,
terminology.
I was not.
No,
That
that's
changed.
what I'm
Yes,
saying.
that
So
did.
your
Yes,
language,
but
yeah.
my
So your language
attitude and
has
stuff did
changed.
not change.
What didn't change?
My attitude never changed.
Oh, okay, okay.
It don't matter. You don't know me
From
personally. You
okay,
only know what you see
you're
on
right. I
social
don't.
media.
You're right.
If
I
everybody
don't
feel
know
like
you.
I've been an asshole, I've been an asshole all my life.
You're right. I don't know you personally,
Right, person.
but
You
I
don't know
can
me
tell you.
personally.
But I can tell you from the outside looking in, not the
Right.
inside looking out.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a bit of a shift.
Mm-hmm.
Rightfully so, because I understand what social media can do for a person. I also recognize this is a double-edged sword. It's a catch-22. The same thing that blesses you is the same thing that can take you out.
I
And as
know.
somebody
And
who
that's
has
the man of the blood.
survived,
That's Jesus Christ.
okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Exactly. I
then
know
listen.
that. I know there is a God. I do believe in God.
Then I'm
Okay.
done. I'm
But
done. You have your
these
opinion.
people right here, it can't have anything to do with what's going on, what God has in store for Miss Netta.
Baby, let me tell you something. You got your opinion. You got it all figured out. Nothing
Everybody
left for
do.
me to say. I wish you the absolute best. We'll
Yes.
continue to have our conversations about what we see on
Thank you
social
so much.
media.